Why are so many families moving to Eagle, Idaho? In today's episode, I'm going to cover 8 reasons why so many families are choosing to move to Eagle. Hopefully by the end of this video, you will have an idea if Eagle is the right place for you and your family. Hi, I'm Matthew Konkel, a real estate agent here in Eagle in the Treasure Valley. I make weekly videos all about what it looks like to live here and why I absolutely love calling this place home. From the best neighborhoods to the hidden gems, to the real pros and cons, I share it all so you can get an honest look of life here in Idaho. So the first reason families are falling in love with Eagle, Idaho is all of the things to do and the family activities. You'll never be bored living in Eagle and the Treasure Valley, I promise you that. In Eagle, you'll find so many places where kids can just be kids again. We love Eagle Island State Park, Stephen Gerber Park, Reed Merle Park, and parents at these parks are off their phones and actually playing and engaging with their kids, and it's a great place to go for your kids to meet other kids and just to spend a couple hours at the park, because most likely these parks will also be full as well. It's one of the surprising things that we noticed when we were visiting the Eagle area is just how busy the parks actually are. So on top of all of the city parks, most neighborhoods have parks and community pools built into the neighborhoods. A great example of this is Dry Creek Ranch. The homes have a Boise address. However, you are in the Eagle School District and you feel like you're living in Eagle, but you do have that Boise address. So Dry Creek Ranch has a pool, a clubhouse with a gym, a basketball court. You will see kids driving golf carts down to this area to hang out or just walking from their house with their friends. But they built a really cool area where people can actually, and especially kids, hang out. I helped a family move into Dry Creek Ranch who had 2 kids, and within a few months of living in Dry Creek, their kids became best friends with the neighbor kids on both sides, and they would go down to the pool or the basketball court. I got a call from the wife who purchased the home in Dry Creek Ranch. She was like, these kids will just come over to our house and knock on our door and ask if Susie wants to come down or go to the pool or play basketball. She's like, it's so rare, but it's so nice because then the kids are out of the house for a few hours. I know they're safe. I know they're playing outside with their friends. It's just something that we never believed that we could find. But that is what Dry Creek Ranch is, and along with a few other neighborhoods in Eagle. So continuing on with the family activities, there are so many athletic programs and sport programs, parks and rec level to competitive AAU and ODP. You will always be covered if your kids are into sports. I was born and raised in Pullman, Washington, and for ODP soccer, I would have to drive all the way down to Boise for the tryouts and the games because it did not make its way up to North Idaho yet. If you are thinking of moving to North Idaho, the athletic programs in North Idaho still rely on Spokane and Seattle a lot, where in Boise, you really just rely on Boise and a little bit Salt Lake, but Boise still has those competitive AAU, ODP gymnastics. It has what you need. If you live in North Idaho, you will be traveling a lot. So it's another reason why families love living in the Treasure Valley for sports is because you don't travel as much. And of course, there is the Boise State University. They put on plays, concerts. Of course, you can go to all the football games. They're, I believe, on a 36-game sellout. So the games, even though they might not be playing the USCs, they still sell out and the atmospheres are awesome. And downtown Boise has a ton of family events as well. The downtown is clean. It's a great place to hang out. You actually want to go into downtown. It's not one of those downtowns where you're like, you know, I don't think I'm going to downtown unless I have to. You'll actually want to spend time in downtown Boise. And depending on the season, you can go to the pumpkin patches, the holiday light shows, concerts, farmers markets, you name it, that's pretty much happening within Eagle and the Treasure Valley. If you want to learn more, you can check out or visit boise.com. They have everything you need to know about family activities that are happening in all of the Treasure Valley, including Eagle. The next reason families are choosing Eagle over other places in the Treasure Valley is the schools. If you're raising a family, you'll be happy to know that Eagle has some of the best schools in the Treasure Valley. It's part of the West Ada School District, which is the largest and one of the top performing school districts in all of Idaho. Eagle High School and Eagle Middle School consistently rank high and offer strong academics, great athletics, and supportive staff. At the elementary level, Eagle Elementary School of the Arts is a local favorite because its creative, well-rounded approach. There are also excellent charter options like North Star Charter and Idaho Novice Classic Academy, plus private and faith-based schools such as Bishop Kelly High School in Boise. And if you are into homeschooling or thinking about homeschooling, Eagle will have you covered. Homeschooling is so popular here. There are a ton of co-ops and community resources available, which is awesome for families who want more flexibility. And on top of that, there's even an outdoor school, which is our daughter's favorite. It's a really, really cool program. Just know you're not moving to somewhere that has one elementary school, one middle school, and one high school. You'll have tons of options in Eagle and throughout the Treasure Valley that are all close to your home. So if you want more stats on the schools in Eagle and just frankly the whole Treasure Valley, if you go to Idaho Report Card, they will go in depth on the stats. For example, it shows that Eagle Elementary School has achieved a 63.4% proficiency in language arts. And of course, it will dive in from everything from there. So if you want to learn more, go to idahoreportcard.com. It's a great tool to use to learn about all the schools. And if you could please hit that like button, as it shows the YouTube algorithm that I'm actually making decent videos, and it means a lot to me when you hit that like button as well. So if you could, please just hit that like button. Coming in at number 3 on our list is how close you are to endless outdoor activities. Whether you love hiking, fishing, camping, or just being outside, Eagle puts you right in the middle of it all. If you want to raise your kids outside, Eagle is a great place to do so. The Boise River runs right through town, which makes it perfect for fly fishing, kayaking, floating, and just minutes away, you can be up in those beautiful trails for hiking and biking in the foothills. If you're someone who loves the mountains, you're also in luck because McCall and Tamarack Resort are only about 2 hours away. They offer world-class skiing in the winter and amazing lakes for boating in the summer, and it is my favorite place of all time. I grew up going to McCall and Brundage as a child, and it is one of those places that if you haven't been yet, I highly recommend doing so because you might fall in love with that area as well. And if you want something closer, Bogus Basin is just about an hour away, perfect for those quick day trips to ski, snowboard, or even mountain bike in those warmer months. So there is just a ton of meetups for all ages for things to do. So if your kids are not into sports or competitive sports, there are also meetups for biking, hiking, running, kayaking, and just so many activities that it's a great way to meet people. So if you want to raise your kids outside, Eagle and the Treasure Valley have you covered. Next up on our list of why families and well just everyone is falling in love with Eagle is the slower paced lifestyle and the quality of life. I helped a family move to Eagle a few years ago, and after living here for about 2 years, they got an amazing job offer back in California. They took it, but within 6 months, they ended up quitting and moving right back to Eagle because they missed the lifestyle here so much. They told me it was the little things they couldn't replace: the clean, quiet, well-maintained streets, the walkable neighborhoods with the pools and the clubhouses that their kids could just run off to and play, and the genuine sense of pride that people have living in Eagle. So if you are someone looking for that slower paced lifestyle, that is Eagle, Idaho. The population is about 33,000 compared to Meridian, which is 144,000, and Boise, which is 238,000. So as you can see, it has a very small population that offers that slower paced lifestyle. Even with all the growth, the luxury homes coming in and all these developments, Eagle has still kept that small town charm that offers that quality of life that's incredibly hard to beat. And frankly, that's what lured my wife and my family here, is the smaller town charm with the quality of life. We just couldn't find it anywhere else. I just wanted to pause for a second. If you are serious about buying a home in Eagle or anywhere in the Treasure Valley, please reach out. I'd love to hop on a quick call and talk you through your goals so we can figure out the best way for me to help you make the move here. You can call, text, or email me anytime, day, nights, or weekends. I'm always here for you. I truly love living here and honestly couldn't imagine calling anywhere else home. One of the best parts about living in Eagle, and the 5th reason it has become so popular, is just how convenient it is and the location of Eagle. So Eagle sits just north of Meridian and west of Boise in this perfect little pocket that gives you easy access to everything. Whether that be the foothills, the Boise River, you have grocery stores, parks, restaurants, doctor offices, hospitals, and a coffee shop, all within a 5 to 10 to 15 minute drive. Whether you're running errands, dropping your kids off at school or practices, it's all close by and without that crazy traffic you get in bigger cities or even the traffic you see in Meridian and Boise. And if you want to go into downtown Boise, it's an easy 20 to 30 minute drive. Boise is clean, safe, and honestly such a fun city to spend time in that a lot of people love living in Eagle with the small town feel, but still having Boise close. And in downtown, you have shopping, amazing restaurants, the zoo, theaters, and plenty of events all year round. But the bottom line here is that Eagle is super convenient no matter what lifestyle you're in. You get that small town charm with a quiet pace of life, but everything you need is at your fingertips. You're not stuck in a town with only 33,000 people with no amenities and nothing to do. So the next reason so many families are choosing to live in Eagle, Idaho is how incredibly safe it is. Eagle consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in the Treasure Valley and even all of Idaho. Crime rates are significantly lower than both the state and national averages. In fact, violent crime is 70% below the national rate, and overall crime is 80% lower. It's one of the biggest reasons why so many families choose to move here. What really adds to that sense of safety is Eagle's small town feel. Even as the area continues to grow, the city and the local law enforcement are doing an amazing job of staying proactive and connected to the community. A few weeks ago now, we went to the fire department open house and it was such a fun family event. We got to meet all the fire department, a ton of people showed up, and it was just a really fun event. The police are always out talking with people, getting to know residents and building relationships, which you just don't see everywhere anymore. A good number of law enforcement employees are choosing to move into Eagle because of what it is. Something that's really good to know is Eagle passed to take the max allowed tax increase to add more police officers, giving raises to employees and elected officials to keep Eagle what it is. As Eagle has grown, the city officials have been caught between the desire to keep Eagle City budget as conservative as possible and the price tag of providing services to keep the suburbs a high quality of life. So the city council members were divided last year on whether to increase the Eagle police contract by $700,000 while also not raising property taxes. So this went to a vote to raise property taxes last year. And what happened is instead of raising property taxes, they pulled the rest of it from the capital maintenance budget to cover the $700,000. However, this year, Eagle City Council members once again chose to increase the police budget roughly $630,000 to add in a new sergeant, a K-9, and to keep the school resource officers on through the entire summer months. And with all of that, they did increase the property taxes to cover the ongoing costs. However, when you live in Eagle, it's not like, oh, let's raise the property taxes up. They want to keep the budget conservative. They think about this. And when it came down to it, everyone voted yes because we value police officers and we want to keep Eagle what it is. And it is a small price to pay in our property taxes to fund the police department. Next up is that Eagle, Idaho is perfectly positioned to benefit from a massive wave of high-end job growth happening across the Treasure Valley, but it's drawing a lot of families into Eagle. Major employees like Micron and Meta are fueling a huge economic boom, bringing thousands of high-paying jobs, skilled jobs into the area, and it's changing the game for professionals moving here, which means more families are pouring into Eagle. Micron recently announced a $15 billion expansion in Boise, which is expected to add around 2,000 direct jobs and more than 17,000 indirect jobs. That means big demand for engineers, technicians, and professionals in the supply chain data and management roles. Meanwhile, Meta is expanding just south of Eagle in Kuna, building massive new data centers and infrastructure projects. Many of those jobs, like electricians, specialists, and system engineers, and operational managers, are offering salaries already between $110,000 and $190,000. So projects like this are turning the Treasure Valley into a major regional hub for technology and advanced manufacturing and just innovation. And Eagle is right in the middle of it all. For people living here or moving here, it means you can enjoy an incredible career while still living in a quiet, upscale community surrounded by nature. As these industries continue to grow, they're also strengthening other sectors like healthcare, logistics, and professional services, which just adds even more opportunity to the area. In short, Eagle just gives you the best of both worlds that drawing families in. It's the small town living with big city opportunity, all while being minutes away from amazing outdoor activities and adventures. So one of the things I hear all the time from people who move to Eagle, Idaho, is how much they love being surrounded by like-minded people. And that's reason number 8, is living in a town with like-minded people. There's just something special about the community here. Most folks are drawn to Eagle for the same reasons: the safety, the great schools, outdoor living, and a better quality of life for their families. And because of that, it feels like everyone is just on the same page here. You'll meet neighbors who care about their homes, support the local businesses, and value that balance between working hard and enjoying life while also keeping property taxes low while still funding the police. It's kind of the place where people say hello when you walk by, parents actually show up to their kids' games, and the community generally looks out for one another. Many residents here moved here from out of state. Places like California, Washington, Oregon, and Texas are looking for that slower paced lifestyle, more space, and stronger family values, which they are finding here in Eagle. So if you found this video helpful, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help this channel, as it is a new channel, and it tells the YouTube algorithm that I'm doing something right. And if you are thinking about making the move to Eagle or anywhere in the Treasure Valley, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can call, text, or email me anytime, day, nights, or weekends. I'm always here to help you find your perfect home in Eagle and the Treasure Valley. Feel free to watch another video here or here. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you again for watching.